Good morning. Thanks for joining us for the News 12 FastCast. I'm Nick Proto. 7:30 here on our Wednesday, June 4th. Richmond County deputies seized a record-breaking amount of drugs in a bust, taking more than 20,000 grams of meth, the largest bust ever for the county, and more than 2,300 grams of fentanyl. We calculated that amount of fentanyl would have been able to kill 1 million plus people. Now, your Cameron Jacobs visited the Billsby Center to show you what resources there are in the community. He found the message isn't just about getting the drugs off the street, but to help those suffering from substance abuse as well. Experts say one of the most important steps you can take right now is to destigmatize the way you think about those who struggle day in and day out. It's not a new story that local agencies give out these fentanyl test strips. What is new, however, is some of the stigmas around that drug. Just like touching a small trace will kill you or fentanyl is laced in everything, those are not true. Those who really need to be careful are the ones who take unprescribed or counterfeit prescription drugs or do cocaine. Using those test strips could save your life.
Fentanyl test strips are a huge thing now because you're able to test your drugs to see if fentanyl is present in them. And they are available at any major drugstore, fairly affordable. I think that right now they're running about $10 a box.
Experts hope if someone does find a positive test in their drug of choice that they see the possible dangers and move forward to taking their steps towards recovery. Richmond County Sheriff's Office doing what it can to show you they hear your safety concerns and they're being proactive. This off the heels of a shootout involving teens on the Harrisburg area Sunday night. Just before this, the Sheriff's Office says they met with judges, business owners, and others to talk about how to make the city safer for the teens on summer break, families, or anybody in town. It's implementing that safety plan for Broad Street day and night. It's making sure the curfew for teens is enforced 7 days a week. A spokesperson for the Sheriff's Office says they're also trying to organize teen social clubs and community events, but they need the parents at home to be proactive with the teens as well.
It's not a school teacher's job to raise your children. It's not a police officer's job to raise your children. It's your job to raise your children, and you need to be held accountable for them. And if you want them to be successful in life, you need to keep up with what they're doing.
Since 2022, the CSRA as a whole has lost at least 30 people under the age of 20. And you have a chance to talk with the Richmond County Sheriff's Office today. It's hosting a Coffee with the Cop Day at the Starbucks on the Bobby Jones Expressway this afternoon from 1 to 3. They'll be answering your questions and hearing any concerns you may have. We're on your side with 2 safety alerts this morning, starting off with 2 boil water advisories in effect. In Edgefield County, there's a boil water advisory at East Wise Street, Tank Street, Harrison Street, and Addy Street in Trenton. And there's one at the Pinewood Plantation subdivision in Murphy Village as well. Some of those roads include Edgefield Road from St. Anthony to Shadow Rock Drive, Firefox Court, and more. For a full list of streets impacted and to get the latest updates on the advisory, go to our WRDW.com website and search boil water advisory there. Another safety alert because of a pest. Our summers, though hot and humid, mean a great chance for people to get outside, but that also means coming to terms with a mosquito bite or 2 or 30. And while they are itchy, you also need to be aware some mosquitoes do carry diseases that can make you sick. The most common types are the West Nile virus and 3 types of the encephalitis virus, Eastern equine, La Crosse, and St. Louis. Your pets could get sick too. Experts say mosquitoes can carry heartworms. South Carolina's health department works with the CDC to monitor the populations. They'll let you know if a disease has been detected from those bugs. SCDPH recommends using the 7 T's to keep your home and yard mosquito-free. Mosquitoes can develop in water that stands for more than 5 days, so turn or tip anything that could hold water. Toss or recycle unwanted items that collected too. Tighten tarps over your boats, wood piles, pools, and grills. Take care of your home by clearing debris from ditches, drains, and gutters. Cut the grass and remove overgrowth. Treat items that can't be drained or empty mosquito control products, and team up. You and your neighbors can come together to talk about keeping the mosquitoes away. Now to a suspicious death investigation underway for a 16-month-old. The coroner says his staff responded to a death at a home on Ward Avenue yesterday morning. He says they found Trayson Dunn inside and pronounced him dead about 5:15. The coroner says another child had to go to the hospital, but we don't know their condition today. We do know we've been trying to get in touch with the sheriff's office as for what they are looking into, and we'll let you know once we hear more. Hey there, folks. Welcome back. Over in North Augusta, city leaders gave an update to the changes coming to Georgia Avenue. They're trying to slow traffic and protect the people along that road. Some of the changes include narrowing the lanes, replacing diagonal parking spots with parallel ones, and a median. As for a proposed roundabout at Malfunction Junction, Mayor Britton Williams says that isn't going to happen.
There's no way that's going to happen. See, it's not going to happen while I'm mayor. We don't have the money and we don't have the time. But it's just part of the plan that we asked them to do. But in the resolution, it's very stated, very clear that our priority in funding is phase 1.
Business owners and neighbors say they welcome the changes, hoping it'll make the city more walkable and safer to walk. Officials say right now they're in the engineering phase and construction could start by next summer. They hope to be done by 2028 when GDOT begins work on the 13th Street Bridge. An update from News 12 on Your Side investigates. If you live in housing on Fort Eisenhower, U.S. Senator John Ossoff wants to hear from you. This is part of his investigation into mistreatment of families in privatized military housing. This is also something 12 on Your Side investigates has followed for years at Fort Eisenhower, with families claiming Balfour Beatty, the housing provider, failed to repair homes with dangerous levels of mold. Other issues include electrical and gas problems, leaking sewage, and pest issues. If you've had experiences like that in military housing, you are asked to contact Senator Ossoff's office. We have that information on our website, WRDW.com. That's it for the news side of things this morning. Let's send it over now to First Alert meteorologist Tim Strong, standing by live in the studio with an update at our weather. Tim.
All right, it's quiet right now, Nick, and folks, we're looking at rain that's going to be moving in our direction here closer to the metro within the next few hours. Some showers down around Sylvania, Jenkins, Screven, Allendale County, Hampton County, South Carolina, all the way to the Carolina-Georgia coast. We're tracking a low that is going to be bringing plenty of rainfall here for the next 24-hour period. Heading in past Thursday into Friday, a drier setup. We've got a cool down in place right now, but that heat and humidity will come back. It's kind of a hazy look outside, although we've had an early peek at sunshine, starting to see more and more cloud cover move in. Holding at 67 degrees with winds on the light to calm side here. We've had 66 to 72 degrees all morning, close to 70 up by the Thurman Dam, but low 70s, Allendale, Sylvania, Millen. Just looking at a mix of sun and clouds here. The chances for rain kind of start going up from here all the way through the second half of the day. More impactful, moderate, maybe even some heavy rain at times in the afternoon hours. But we're definitely a lot cooler than average, 10 to almost 12, 13 degrees below the average, which right now is 90. We're stuck here at about 80 at best, but a lot of middle 70s will stay in there too. But here's that low tracking across the Florida Atlantic coast up through the Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina coast for the next couple of days, and it will be bringing in some tropical characteristics, but not expected, at least right now, the way it looks, to develop into a named storm. So let's go on through the rest of today. More of the rain midday into that 5 o'clock forecast. The commute headed home is not going to be as nice and comfortable as the way we're starting off, at least early this morning. So look for showers, maybe a rumble of thunder or two to hang around there late tonight into early Thursday. We're starting off with 70s. We'll start seeing a few 80s mix in, but by the time we're into 4 and 5 o'clock, the rain pushes out and we're going to be in for a drier Friday setup. Friday gets hot and it definitely gets muggy too. Watch temperatures climb into the lower, maybe mid 90s in some locations. But late Friday night, that chance for some storms after midnight and maybe into the first thing Saturday morning will be around. But we're looking at 90s to kind of take over Friday, Saturday, hot and muggy, as well as upper 80s Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday with that chance of storms each afternoon in the 7-day stretch. Have a great day.